Hi everyone, my name is Vasco Almeida Dias. I'm the global head of the real estate department at Lexidy Legal Tech Boutique. In today's video, we will go over through some pitfalls that you might find across the property purchase process when buying a house in Portugal. The Portuguese property market has been booming over the last couple of years. Right now, in 2024, the situation is not different. Cities as Lisbon or Porto have seen the prices going skyrocketing. Other areas such as the Algarve are also very popular. Now, of course, it will always depend on what you are looking for. If you are looking for something on a big city, it will naturally be more expensive. If you are looking for something in the interior of Portugal, the countryside, you might find some affordable options for you. So now I will go over some of the potential pitfalls that you might want to avoid when buying a house in Portugal, starting with the first one and probably the most important one, the due diligence process. So this is probably the biggest reason why you should hire a lawyer, and this is what we are here for, to help you with this process of due diligence that will include the review of all the legal documents of the property, namely the land registry certificate, the tax certificate, energy certificate, to make sure that everything is in order with the property, namely in terms of ownership, areas, mortgage, any debts that the previous owner might have before the Portuguese authorities. In order to avoid this first pitfall, our strongest suggestion is that you can hire a lawyer that can go over all the legal documents of the property, someone who knows the local market and that can avoid you to have any problem with the legal documents of the property. So regarding the second pitfall, the location of the property, prior to commit yourself with any property, our recommendation is that you can come to Portugal, you can visit the area you would like to purchase, check the neighborhood, see what facilities you can find in the neighborhood prior to sign any document. This is very, very important, because once you sign either a reservation agreement or a promissory contract, then you are legally bounded to this deal, and it will be very, very hard for you to terminate the contract and to get out of the deal. In terms of the third pitfall, I would like to raise your attention to the hidden costs that you might find across the process. The first one, it's the notary and the registration fees. This is not a specific cost. It will depend on the notary that you choose. Regarding the registration fees, it is always the same price. You'll pay €250 to change the ownership from the previous owner into yourself. So the second hidden cost that you should pay attention to is related to the realtor. You will probably need assistance with finding your property. That's perfectly normal, and you will most likely be asked to sign an agreement with the realtor. Please note that most of the times that agreement will be exclusively in Portuguese, and they will ask you to sign this agreement that will most likely include an exclusivity clause saying that you will need to find your property with that agency. Even if you don't find the property with that agency, if you have assistance from someone else, you might need to pay a fee to that same agency. So be very careful with the contracts you sign, and of course always have a lawyer to review those contracts. The fourth pitfall that you should pay very, very close attention to is taxes. As you know, whenever you buy a property, you'll be asked to pay some taxes. In Portugal, I will raise the attention to 3 taxes. 2 of them will be due at the deed day. The first one, the IMT, is the municipal transfer tax. This tax varies according to the price of the property and can go up to 10%. So this is very important for you to have it in mind, because this will affect a lot the amount that you will need to purchase the property, and can be increased up to a 10% more of the property cost. The second tax that you will need to pay at the deed day is the stamp duty, and the stamp duty is always the same price, the same amount, 0.8% of the property price. The third tax that I would raise your attention to is IMI, and this is a municipal tax that you will pay every year for owning a property. This tax varies according to the municipality where the property is located, and can vary from 0.3 to 0.45, but in this case it's not the price you paid for the property, is the tax value of this property. Just so you know, the tax value is always much reduced price when compared to the commercial price that you paid for the property. Another tax that you should pay attention to is the income tax in case you are buying this property for an investment and you want to put it on the market to rent. So here you have three options. You have the short, medium and long term agreements, and depending on each situation you have to pay different taxes. So the fifth and the last pitfall I would like to talk about is the importance of having a legal assistant. So here at Lexidy we have assisted hundreds of clients over the years purchasing properties in Portugal, so we know exactly why it's important for you to have a legal assistant from a Portuguese lawyer. The importance of having a local lawyer assisting you, and especially in the case of Lexidy, is that at Lexidy we have assisted hundreds of foreign citizens buying houses in Portugal, so the entire process can be done remotely from the first moment, from getting your taxpayer number in Portugal until the final deed. Everything can be done remotely through a power of attorney to us. And at Lexidy, any single document that you might need, that you might sign, will be both in Portuguese and in English. We understand that this is very, very important for you, as you don't understand the language in Portugal, you are not familiar with the laws. So as for you to have a transparent process, everything will be both in Portugal and in English. The second part, and as mentioned before, of having a legal assistant is that we will go over all the documents on the property. We'll make sure that the property is in order for you to proceed with the purchase. At the same time, we can assist you through our network of partners with having a technical inspection, with realtors, with mortgage brokers. So we try to cover the entire process based on what we already know that you will need throughout the process. So if you like the video, you can subscribe, and if you want to book a meeting with us, all the links, all the information are in the link below. Please use it, fill out the form on our website, and I'll be very pleased to have a meeting with you and to discuss further all these matters.